Chelsea, a team placed in the 10th position of the Premier League, having 25 points in 16 games played, are playing Man City tomorrow at the Stamford Bridge. A must win for Graham Potter, and I don't know whether he's really going to kind of really win it, but we are here to really let you know of how that game is expected to go, especially as far as the predicted 11 of Chelsea is concerned. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. Yesterday we had a series of really some good games. Arsenal drew with Newcastle 0-0. United beat Bournemouth by 3-0. I saw Everton being beaten by Brighton 4-0, Leicester losing to Fulham, and very many other teams. And today there are some other games, but the big one is going to be happening tomorrow when Chelsea is playing Manchester City. It's a must-win for both teams, and I don't know how it's going to go on and unfold. Chelsea need this one. If at all they win it, they will be at 28 points. At least they will go ahead and really get close to Liverpool, 3 points away from Liverpool. But the manager, Graham Potter, has lots of things to nullify and really put other things to verify or to verification, because his team is really looking ugly. Now, let's get into the predicted starting 11 of Chelsea. As far as it stands, players that are really unavailable for Chelsea are this guy, the right back. There is the right back is out. This English right back, why does his name? Reece James is out. Wesley Fofana is out. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is out. Ben Chilwell is out. N'Golo Kante is out. Amado Broja is out. But Eduardo Mendy looks like he can make his contention to start, but I don't see him starting. But let's go to our variable players and see who is really going to go ahead and really start. In goal, we are going to have a man known he's Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa Arrizabalaga, he was really bought at 80 million pounds, I think, from Spain, brought in to Chelsea to do the needful for the team. But finally, he has fought himself. He has fought for his position, and he is finally back to compete for the goalkeeping department of Chelsea. And ever since Eduardo Mendy went to the African Cup of Nations, Arrizabalaga has been really one of those goalkeepers that has really impressed. So I believe he's going to start, and obviously he's really having a very good career at Chelsea. What a bounce back for him, and obviously deserves to really get that. At the right back, with Reece James injured, they are left with only one option of a player called Azpilicueta, who is the captain of the team of Chelsea. Azpilicueta, obviously old, growing in age, but obviously he's really classy, but his pace has really now down. So I expect him to start onto that side. Left back, I believe with Ben Chilwell injured, they are left with Cucurella to come in and play into the left back. And Cucurella is really having a very bad season at Chelsea. With the season he had at Brighton, I thought he was going to come out and really hit the ground running at Chelsea, but obviously he's not hitting the ground running. That is really worrying me a lot about his career. Let's go to the central defense. Obviously, the Brazilian captain, that is Thiago Silva, playing on the right side of the central defense, 38 years of age, but he doesn't look like he's 38. And obviously, Koulibaly Koulibaly playing on the left side of the central defense, meaning that is going to be the back four of Chelsea. Wesley Fofana, if at all he was available, you never know, he would have really played part into this defense. They would have gone in for a three-man defense, but in this game of football, I believe they're going to go in for a for a flat four, for a back four, because they don't have other defenders available. So that is what we think about how Chelsea is going to start. In this double pivot, because they're going to play with the system of 4-2-3-1, they are going to be having Zakaria. Zakaria was signed on loan from Juventus to Chelsea, but he never really had some playing time under this guy who was sacked, Thomas Tuchel. But Graham Potter, towards the end, towards the World Cup break, he gave him the Champions League game they played at Stamford Bridge. He played very well, and ever since the season resumed from the World Cup, he has been really playing him in the midfield. That is Zakaria Dennis, the Swiss player, obviously playing the double pivot alongside Kovacic. according to me. So I believe Kovac is going to start, and that means Jorginho is going to be really put out of the starting 11 to see to it that he really rests. Even in the game they drew with Nottingham, I think Zakaria got like a knock and he was just taken off in the second half, and they brought on Jorginho. Because Jorginho, for me, I really like the way he passes his ball, but I don't believe that he still has the intensity to meet the qualities of Graham Potter. That's why Graham Potter is looking for Enzo Fernandez to sign him to come out and really blossom that midfield of Chelsea, because it really lacks quality when holding that game of football is called for in every game that they are playing. Now, the central attack midfielder, I think it's going to be Mason Mount. Though he doesn't do a lot of creativity, but he's always a threat, especially when he is having that ball. He is really great, having some good shots, and he is really creative when it comes to scoring goals, because he scores goals from nothing. So he has a very good eye to goal, I believe, and I believe this is a reason as to why Graham Potter might start him in the starting 11 tomorrow against Man City, because he's a big game killer. He has shown us that he can come out and really raise up the occasion, especially in big games, and this game of football is really going to call for his services. That is a player called Mason Mount. Let's go to the front three. Pulisic is having a very good return from the World Cup. He started every game of Chelsea, and Graham Potter has trusted him to play onto the left attacking side of the midfield. The game of Nottingham, I think he was played a lot because he was less productive in the 45 minutes. That's it. He was less productive in the first 45 minutes, but in the second half, he never really looked there, and he was taken off, and another player was really brought on the field of play. But I believe he is going to go on and really have a very good game against Man City, because for Man City, they don't really play a deep line like you saw Nottingham. Nottingham parked the bus, not until Chelsea scored against them, and in the second half they opened up. But Man City is going to be playing an open game. They're going to be playing at the Stamford Bridge, meaning that home support is going to be huge, and he has a chance to go on and really showcase his goodies to the world. Let's go to the right attacking side of the midfield. I think it's going to be Raheem Sterling, a player they signed from Man City, facing his former side for the very first time ever since this season started. So let's wait and see how everything is going to go and unfold for Raheem Sterling versus a team where he played before he came in to Chelsea. But he's not having a very good season at Chelsea, though he scored a goal against Nottingham Forest, but he's not all that Sterling that he was at Manchester City. And I think he's at some time regretting, why did I come this side? But obviously, money, and obviously, he thought that Man City were no longer in need of his services, because the previous season he never really played very many games or started very many games at Man City than he used to start the previous seasons. Now leading the line, I think it's going to be Aubameyang. You know, games like these, you need players that are really accustomed at winning. That's it. If you know what winning is all about and really killing off in huge games, Aubameyang is the lad who is really going to go on and build the line for Chelsea. I know he must go in for Kai Havertz, but I believe it's supposed to be Aubameyang. In games like this, it's supposed to be Aubameyang. Get him those chances, and he will really kill them off. And I don't really agree with people coming out and really criticizing a striker for not scoring goals when the team is playing for averages only one chance for him per game. Chelsea should improvise and make it sure that they create close to 3 or 4 chances for Aubameyang. And the good thing with him is that even in half chances, he can really go out and really turn out half chances into goals. So I believe Aubameyang is going to start tomorrow against Chelsea. So guys, against Man City. Thank you guys for watching in through. Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, subscribe. After subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell that you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. So what are your thoughts and predictions as far as this game of football is concerned? I'll return with the Man City predicted lineup versus Chelsea, but in this one, I believe Aubameyang is starting, Kepa Arrizabalaga is starting in goal, Azpilicueta as the right back, Cucurella left back, Koulibaly and Thiago Silva in the central defense, then Zakaria and Kovacic double pivot. Central attack midfielder is going to be Mason Mount. Then the right attack midfielder, Sterling. Left attack midfielder, Pulisic, Aubameyang to lead the line. I sign out for now. See you later. May the God bless you abundantly. I'm out for now.